Make it rain. Yep. Welcome back to the week thus far, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fantastic guest for you tonight. He is an author from the Black Library, which is awesome. Give it up for David Annandale.
Hey.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Nifty. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Yes. How are things, Mr. Annandale?
Things are very good. Things are very good. Yeah.
Now, last time you were on the show, it was a little bit different. We had a different venue. We didn't have a set. We didn't have anything like that. We just had beer-encrusted walls at a horrible place to drink at in Winnipeg.
I think you were coal-powered back then, weren't you?
Yeah. We were coal-powered, actually. And we've come forth into the new millennium, which happened a very long time ago. And we have this fantastic set. Have a look at this. Now, you are a horror writer. I think that the Blood River is probably something your eyes
Well, yeah, I was noticing that. It made me think of the Fletcherton, the river of boiling blood in hell, and the moon looks like it's eating something. What's the...
I think it could be Ontario or a maple leaf.
Okay, I think it's eating a horse taco.
A horse taco?
Horse taco.
Yeah, horse
Yeah,
taco.
yeah. With I liked how the horse had the kind of elongating... the stretching jaws of a snake, right? It's going to swallow that thing whole.
It's a new kind of horse.
Yeah, horses have a lot of trouble
Carnivorous
eating.
horses, you know, you got to watch for those.
Now, you have had a lot of success as well since the last time you were here.
It's been very busy, yeah. It's been great. So
you actually released 3 books already this year.
Yeah.
3 books.
That's a lot of books.
Books that you read, or are we talking like a computer?
No, books you can actually hold. Yeah, with pages that flip, very old school.
Yeah, wow, that's fantastic.
I've heard about those.
Yeah.
What's it like writing 3 books at once? Or is that how you did it?
Well, no, it wasn't quite, yeah, I mean, they were written one at a time, and then the actual release was sort of boom, boom, boom with Yorick, Chains of Golgotha in January, then Mephiston, which was the limited release, and now The Death of Antagonists. But they actually got written over a period of about a year or so.
Now, I am nerdy enough to understand all the things you just said.
It was a test.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about Warhammer here. Just so the ladies know, that's something I do. Now...
And I enable it.
Yeah, well, kind of. Yeah, we talk at night on the phone all the time. Just so the ladies know, that's something else we do. But... that actually, despite what maybe a lot of people might think, has an enormous following. Like, you have been living a celebrity lifestyle, so to speak, since they have picked you up. Like, they are the only book franchise I know of that have people, like, clawing at their doors to get, like, the next just, like, one tiny little paragraph of whatever happens to their favorite character.
It really is quite an extraordinarily rich universe that they have there, and I have to say, I mean, I feel really privileged to be able to write this stuff. And I mean, I had something like that experience, the little paragraph stuff, when I first picked up the rule book, and I was reading this one entry about, Commissar Yorick is captured by Gazgul Thraka and held prisoner until the Orc decides to let him go because he's planning to invade Armageddon and wants a good fight. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. What's the story behind that? Never imagined that I'd get to actually write that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Anyone catch that?
See, he doesn't understand.
I don't know what's going on here.
Now,
I was wondering, though, you write scary books, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you get scared when you're writing them?
Ideally, that would be wonderful. Yeah. No, usually there's like my wife knows that I'm writing something truly, truly awful because there's this laughter coming out of the office, and so I'm picturing what is going to happen to the reader, and the suffering that I'm bringing to someone's life. Knowing that somewhere, somehow, someone is going to feel some pain because of something I've just done. It's nice, you know. It's a warm feeling. You feel that, okay, this is my purpose in the world, to cause some harm, you know.
when you were a child, did you torture small woodland creatures at all?
No, only large ones.
Okay. That's good. That means you're like the alpha of the forest. You own that forest.
Well, that's what I told myself, after the paramedics put me back together again.
Now, in a world of so many wrongs, do you ever get tired of writing?
Well, no, because you figure eventually you have enough wrongs one after the other, eventually you get the right? So it's just a question of doing enough wrong.
I am sorry about that last question. I am so sorry.
I'm sorry about the answer.
Now, you're writing. Are you always sitting down? Because that's a lot of sitting. Like, how do you exercise yourself in between writing sessions?
Well, I don't. Instead, I just don't sleep. Right? And that balances out. Because if you're sitting all the time and you're not exercising, then you don't have to sleep. Right? Yeah, there's the slow insanity. It's a bit of a drawback, but
sure.
Otherwise, it takes care of itself.
So that's where you get all that scary stuff out of your mind, right?
No, that's how it gets into the mind. You don't actually get rid of it. It
At
stays
what
there
age
forever.
does the scary stuff start creeping into your mind?
I can't remember when it wasn't there, right? So it's
One of those.
one of those.
Yeah. Now, we've been talking about some weird things so far. What's your real life like for people who maybe are big fans of yourself? They're used to the strangeness. Do you do normal things?
Well, the 8 hours of sitting in front of the computer after the 8 hours at work, there's really not much time for anything else after that. Actually, a friend of mine once said that the cataclysmic destructions and horrors in my writing is a reaction to the profound ordinariness of my life. So I don't, unfortunately, no good traumas of little kids getting hit by trains or seeing my dog shoot my parents or anything like that.
And that's where I thought it all began. I would love it if you were like an old cat lady kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're like, I write all these crazy books and I have 50 cats. Like something.
I'm glad I don't
really
have 50.
weird.
Like just the one I have bosses me around enough.
I hear Peter Nygard has a cat like that. Very controlled. You know what? You're from out of town. I forgot that.
Yeah, no, I'm not actually. No, I know. I just didn't want to pursue that thought any further.
So, what's next for yourself? You have 3 books out already. Are you working on something now?
Working on something now, just finishing up another one, and a couple more books lined up for into the summer, and then probably some more after that. It's been very busy and fun carrying on.
Are they part of the Black Library series, or are they an independent thing?
There's a couple of independent projects I'm getting underway, but there's a lot more Black Library stuff coming out. Yeah.
I heard you've been to Paris.
I have, yes. It's a nice place.
John, anything else you'd like to cover?
I want to know more about your books. You have 3 books that just came out. Why don't you, tell us what they're called?
All right, so the first... I'd be happy to, thank you.
Put them down on this card. That's why John is here. Very good, John.
So the first one's called Yarrick, Chains of Golgotha, and this is about this badass called Commissar Yarrick, whose right arm has been replaced with a giant power claw, and he's got a laser for an eye.
I'm on board.
His enemy is this super orc, and orcs with laser beams and spaceships seems a little like cheating, but anyway, that's what he's up against. And the second one is Mephiston, Lord of Death, so he's a happy guy. He's a space marine in power armor who's basically come back from the dead, and
Power armor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the one that's coming out this week, Death of Antagonists, is about a whole bunch of space marines called Black Dragons who they're already bad enough that they're power armored space marines, and they've got Wolverine-like blades coming out of their arms. And they start off by going up against a planet that's having a zombie apocalypse, and then things get bad.
Where can we get your books?
The Death of Antagonists you can get at all bookstores, and Yarrick, Chains of Golgotha you can get at Games Workshop or online. Mephiston, Lord of Death, limited edition. You're out of luck. Sorry.
Oh no!
That's why he's the Lord of Death.
That's right. Yeah. All done.
So you can check them out at Games Workshop store or online.
Yeah. And McNally Robinson having a launch Wednesday at 7.
Will you be signing books, my friend?
I will be signing books.
You will be signing books. David Annandale, everybody. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with Rami Mays. I'm screwing everything up here. Oh, man.